So, good news is, looks like we're about 10 days away from Bennett, Montour, Ekblad coming back. Bad news is we played the Hurricanes tonight, and last time we saw the Hurricanes, this is what they saw.
We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Alright, Panther fans, here we go. So, we finished the trifecta tonight. We've already played the Bruins, and we already played the Leafs one time this year with mixed results. Tonight, you know what we got? We got the Hurricanes. This is the team that has every right in the world to be pretty pissed off. Alright? I'm not one to usually agree with an opposing coach, but when Rod Brind'Amour said we weren't really swept, I mean, we all kind of know what he meant, right? I mean, yes, it was 4-0. Technically, it's a sweep, right? Technically, I shave my head every day. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, let's be honest. That whole series could have gone all manner of different ways, especially during the first or second or third or any point during the fourth overtime of Game 1 that pretty much broke the Canes back, or at least it got them bending, and then the second overtime victory in Carolina, I don't mean to laugh, broke their back. Now, what do we got tonight? We got pretty much the same lineup, except for Riley is out, Balinskis is back in, Bubba is still on the ice, so it still remains to be seen when Stolars is going to get back in net. As I said, we're about 10 days off. The rumor is, and when I say rumor, that means Maurice said it. That doesn't mean it's fact. But Bennett was out there today in a regular jersey, not even the no contact jersey. And supposedly we are within the 10-day window, Maurice's words, a 10-day window to get all three guys back. So what he's looking at is possibly the second game of the back-to-back on the West Coast trip next week, because you don't want to play them back-to-back coming back, right? You know what I'm saying. You're not going to start them off with a back-to-back, so maybe they'll play the last game of that road trip. I do plan on doing everything in my power to stay up and stream those games and do the recaps. I'm going to try to do it all. So wish me luck. I think I can pull it off. I feel pretty good. Health is good. Energy level is good. So I think we'll be able to do it. All right. Like I've been saying, stay healthy. Yeah. And hey, we could win 3 in a row, huh? Imagine winning 3 in a row in the first month of the season. Imagine winning 3 in a row in the first 60 games of the season. If anything, the Hurricanes are going to want to stop that. Come on, guys. 2. All right, so 2-1 Panthers after 1 looks really, really, really nice. The top line going well. Second line, I told y'all, Anton Lundell, all he needed was a couple of games with consistent good line mates. Totally different kid out there on the ice, huh? So Kachuk has a goal and an assist. I know Lundell had the assist at least on the first Kachuk goal. Lundell does a lot of work in the corners. Puck comes out to Kachuk. He does one of his beautiful, nice little hand. I love it. I love it. Beautiful. It's all good. Then Elvis Balinskis back into the lineup, and you could watch the play develop from far out. Luostarinen brings the puck in, but he gets hit off the puck, but it's just sitting there for Kachuk, who makes an obscene pass to Elvis Balinskis, who was on the other side, coming down at the same time. We watched the replay in slow motion. There's two Carolina defensemen with their sticks in the lane between Kachuk and Balinskis. the puck goes over one of the guy's sticks and under the other stick, right onto Balinska's tape. Boom, it's 2-1 Panthers. Kid gets his first NHL goal. And you couldn't ask for, if you're a defenseman, you're not expecting to get your first goal on a play like that. So good for him. Now, that said, it's 2-1. Both goalies, everybody looks good. The defense, like I said, when Riley was on the ice, even when he wasn't on the ice, for whatever reason, the energy that change brought, the whole defense was not playing as a unit. Tonight, they're playing as a unit. Forsling has had a couple of not-so-great moments, but he also saved the goal coming back, so even Steven there. All right, move on to second period. Let's keep this going. All right, so it's 3-2 Panthers after 2. Now, if you've been watching this channel long enough, you know that I should not praise players, especially the goaltender. I should never praise the goaltender during the game. Well, Panthers had a 3-1 lead. It's my bad again. During the first period, defense looked so good. Kind of felt bad for being so critical about Kulikov the first couple of games. So I did a whole 30, 45 seconds talking about how he's been better. He's been getting better every game. Talked about how with the depth, when Ekblad and Montour come back, it's good that Kulikov is doing better. And he immediately proceeds to have the puck on his stick. Cannot clear the zone. Carolina keeps possession. And then Kulikov goes ahead and does the double whammy of losing his man in front. And it's 3-2. So I apologize for praising the guys. I will go back to bitching and complaining about every possible thing that I can, because apparently there's just no other safe way for me to be. That said, that's still better than most of the second periods we've had here recently. Finish it off. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 2 points. Oh, that hurt. Yes. All right. We, ladies and gentlemen, have a 3-game winning streak. 3-game winning streak. 30, 40 games earlier, 40 or 50 games earlier than we did last year. How do you like that, huh? So what the hell are we going to do? Where are we going to fit all these guys? Because the team is playing well right now. And we got Bennett, Ekblad, Montour coming back, talking about it on the stream, trying to figure out where everybody's going to go. Good problems to have, absolutely. So what in the hell? Not your... I mean, it looked a little bit like the typical Florida Panthers Carolina game, but poor Carolina, man, they just can't beat us. They just can't beat us. It's almost like the Dolphins and the Bills, right? Where the Dolphins almost keep up with them, and then the Bills just pull away every time. It's kind of the same thing here, only it's good for us. The thing with the goal, Verhaeghe gets a tip-in goal. Forsling, let's back up and slow down a little bit here. Forsling played like a madman that third period, okay? He took on the role of Brandon Montour. Remember last year when we needed some juice, and Montour would just shoot the puck, right? Forsling did that tonight. It was good to see it. You know, he missed a couple of times. He got close to some deflections a couple of times. Finally, Verhaeghe gets a deflection goal, and they wave it off for a high stick rather than leaving it called as a goal and then going to review to see if it was high. They waved it off, so we had to go to review to see if it was good, and it was. It wasn't even close. So we get the goal there, 4-2, and then Stenlund gets the empty netter after Reinhart just barely misses, and then it kind of pinballs back to Stenlund, who gets it in from an angle, and 5-2. And we completely shut them down. We completely shut them out in the third period. I think they had 5, 6 shots or something like that. No real danger opportunities at all in the third period. And, I mean, I'm happy we're getting Ekblad and Montour back, but with the exception of a game here or a game there, how much better can the defense play, right? So hopefully these guys don't screw it up. Hopefully they don't screw it up. I know Montour's not going to screw it up. The other guy that has me blocked on Twitter, I know you're still watching, Aaron. I love you. That's okay, buddy. I know. You can't see your friends know that you associate with me because of all the things I've said about you in the past, but that's okay. That's all right. Don't screw it up when you come back, okay? Because defense is playing, I mean, when they're moving as a unit, it's lights out. Absolutely lights out. So we just keep stacking points when we're not supposed to be stacking points. Remember, this is just hang on. Just play 500 hockey. Just don't be too far out of a spot when we get our guys back. And that was before Bennett got hurt, right? So what have we done since? I mean, we're 8-2-1 in the last 11. I mean, we only had Bennett for a period and a half, and we actually lost that game. I'm not saying we're worse with Bennett. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong there. We had a lead, right? We had a lead in that Boston game. So I can't sit here and say I'm not happy. Okay, damn it, because every time I say I'm happy, you all know what happens. So I got to find something to complain. The power play. That's the one thing. You know what? Maybe that's why the power play is so bad. Maybe that's why the power play is so bad. They know that if I praise everything, it will turn to ass. So they've gotten together and made sure that every game, no matter how good it goes, I can bitch about the power play. That's why the power play sucks. I just figured it out. That's why no matter how the players, the coaches, no matter what, it's on purpose. So I have something to complain about so that the team continues to win. I can't believe it took me 8 seasons to figure that out. The power play is absolutely ass. I mean, I'm grasping at straws here, but it's as good of an excuse as anything else, right? I mean, it's just bad. We didn't give up any shorthanded goals tonight, so that was good. I don't know what happens to us in the power play. All right. Even when the other teams, because you could say it's because the other team is getting aggressive on the puck carrier, but that's not always the case. Even when we have time, the puck movement's too slow, etc. We've bitched about it for forever. It probably will improve when Ekblad and Montour and Bennett come back, right? It's going to change the dynamic of things. So we keep stacking points. Somehow we just keep winning despite having a brutally terrible power play. Now the refs were pretty decent tonight. They did get the one ticky-tacky call that they had to give Carolina a power play for in the third period. But really overall, I've noticed a big swing here. Remember last year, right? Now I don't know if it's we have respect from the referees or if we're just a lot more disciplined. But remember last year, we were one of, if not the most penalized team in hockey, right? I mean, it was just constant, every night, all night, penalties. And Maurice losing his shit because all the penalties. And we hear about the history with this ref and this one and this one. And everybody's saying Maurice's teams are always high in the penalty minutes. This year, I mean, I'm not at the games, right? So I'm just watching what's on TV, so I can't see the whole ice. So I don't know if we're committing those stick infractions and the refs are just respecting that we're the conference champions and not calling it, or if the most likely situation is we've cleaned it up and they're no longer committing all of those penalties. That I prefer. That sounds like and feels like what's happened. And that's not an easy thing to improve upon in such a great manner in such a short period of time, especially when you were listening to Maurice talk about it last year. He kind of made it sound like, well, it's just a consequence of how we play. We're going to take a lot of penalties, right? So whatever that whole dynamic was, for the time being, it's changed, right? It's improved. Not giving up a lot of penalties, not taking a lot of penalties, and 2 points. 2 points after 2 points after 2 points. We've got a 3-game winning streak. I don't know what to do with myself. So what do we got next? We got Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's the Blackhawks, right? Yeah, because then we go out on the road. I don't know what you do. With Bob and Stolars. I've been talking about this a lot on the podcast, Monday through Friday podcast. For members, Patreon supporters, $3 a month. Links in the description. If you don't play Stolars until the first of the back-to-back games next week, that will have given Bob 5 in a row, which is not terrible. You kind of would have thought maybe you'd want to think about putting Stolars in Sunday, but it's the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks are the team that handed Stolars his lunch the last time. So maybe you put him back in, but then you're still going to need him in one of those back-to-backs. So Bob didn't get a whole lot of work today, right? What is it, Friday night? I don't know, Friday night, the game was Sunday at noon. Maybe you give Stolars that game, but you're definitely going to be giving him one of those games in the back-to-back, too. So it wouldn't surprise me to see it either way. Maurice will probably ask Bob, how do you feel? And if Bob says, I'm good, you're probably going to see Bob Sunday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the way that's going to go. All right. Easy, nice. Just accept the power. I'm not clapping for the power play. Huh? This is good. This is good. If you've been watching the recaps, this is a good. We got a good thing going on with that right now. So, all right, Panther fans, we get a big fat 2 points. Stu and I will see you bright and early. For the members and the Patreon supporters, we go live with the reviews at 8 o'clock in the morning on the days after games, and then I put it out on the channel usually like by 10 o'clock. But if you'd like to have coffee with us and bitch and complain to us about either something stupid I said in the recap or something stupid that the Panthers did on the ice, we engage with the comments tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, bright and early. We'll see you then. Everybody else, thanks for coming out to the stream. Thank you all for the super chats. Really having big crowds this year. This is just, I couldn't be happier with the way things are going that way. So, Panthers get a big, fat deuce.